Okay, welcome back for video two, or part two, for the first lesson of 1.1. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Okay, so to cut down on a little bit of time, I've already written the first part, so feel free to pause and write what you need to write from here. So the instructions say, determine whether the equation is always, sometimes, or never true. And I'm the type of person that likes to continue my numbers throughout the whole lesson. If you would rather start over your numbers because we have a new type of question, whichever you feel like, okay? So for me, it's going to be number 5 because it's the 5th example of the notes. So the question, 11 plus 3x minus 7 equals 6x plus 5 minus 3x. So we're going to go ahead and combine like terms. So 11 minus 7 is 4 plus 3x equals 6x minus 3x, which is 3x plus 5. Then go ahead and simplify to solve. So I'm going to subtract 3x, but if I subtract 3x, what ends up happening is that the x term is canceled, and I'm only left with 4 equals 5. So there's no x to solve for, but does 4 equal 5? No, 4 does not equal 5. So this is false. Okay. So in reality, there's no solution to this. Okay? There's nothing that we can solve for. But in the reality of the question, when is this true? Well, it is never true. Let's try the next one. 6x plus 5 minus 2x equals 4 plus 4x plus 1. Sorry. So we're going to go ahead and simplify this. Try and keep this straight. There we go. So combine like terms and we get 4x plus 5 equals 5 plus 4x. If I simplify and subtract the 4x from both sides, I'm left with 5 equals 5, which is true. So therefore, what that means is that we technically have infinite solutions, meaning any value that you substitute for x would work. So in the reality of the question, that means that this is always true. Let's proceed to number 7. Okay, number 7, 2/3 x plus 4 equals 2x. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and subtract my 2/3 x. To the right side. So I'm left with 4 equals, okay, 2 minus 2/3 ends up being 4/3 x. Like that. Okay, and rather than dividing by a fraction, remember we want to multiply by the reciprocal. So I'm going to multiply by 3/4 on both sides. And this simplifies on the right side to x On the left side, these 4 simplify, and I'm just left with 3. So x equals 3. Okay, but that's not the answer, okay, because the question wasn't what is x necessarily. It just says determine whether the equation is always, sometimes, or never true. So in this scenario, since you have a solution, since you have found something that x equals, this is a solution that may or may not work when substituted. Oops, skipped a letter. Substituted. I missed a couple letters here. Let's try that one more time. Back into the original problem. So therefore, since we're not sure if it will or will not work, then we would say that this is sometimes true. Okay, and that is it for part 2 or video 2. See you in the next video.